London, Benji Hire reports.
Almost 1 million workers were expected to be on the scheme at the end of this month. Ministers suggest double that number were saved from unemployment by furlough, an unprecedented measure by any modern British government and one that costed the equivalent of about 95 billion US dollars. The UK's Finance Minister Rishi Sunak says he's immensely proud of the initiative, but now was the right time to close it, having eased the government contributions over the course of recent months as the country lifted the final coronavirus lockdown restrictions. The Bank of England now expects a small rise in joblessness as the programme comes to an end. Job vacancies surged past 1 million in a new British record in the past few weeks.
And climate ministers are holding final talks before a key UN conference in Glasgow. The meeting in Milan, Italy, will be attended by up to 40 countries as well as 400 youth activists. Lucy Hoff has more from Brussels.
This meeting is a chance for negotiators to try to clear the way for world leaders ahead of next month's COP26 summit. A key issue to be discussed on Thursday will be climate financing, with wealthy nations still around 20 billion US dollars short of a long-pledged 100 billion. There'll also be discussion about cutting methane emissions, phasing out coal and improving energy efficiency. Climate activist Greta Thunberg is in Milan and will meet Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi, days after criticising the efforts of politicians.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks, looking today at an announcement the head of Rolls-Royce called the most significant day in the company's history. The iconic British car manufacturer is now testing its first fully electric model. The car, called Spectre, what else, will be the first super luxury product of its type. Rolls-Royce CEO Thorsten Müller-Ottfosch.
I would say after this company was founded in 1904, it went from success to success. But today is a very important, remarkable day because the brand goes electric. And we are announcing the first electric Rolls-Royce in history. And we name this car Rolls-Royce Spectre. And the car will be in clients' hands in the fourth quarter 2023. So testing begins shortly. And I think it's also important to understand that the brand is fully committed to our long-term goals, and by 2030, the brand is fully electrified.
The timing is important, given that the sale of new petrol and diesel-fuelled cars will be banned in Britain starting in the year 2035. Rolls-Royce says it will stop making its famous V12 cars by the year 2030, and the all-electric Spectre will undergo 1.5 million miles of road testing before it's made available to consumers. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap our top stories, over 100 inmates at a jail in Ecuador have been reported dead after a mass fight broke out on Tuesday. Fumio Kishida, a former foreign minister, is set to become Japan's next prime minister. The UK's coronavirus job retention scheme is coming to an end on Thursday, and climate ministers are holding final preparatory talks in Milan before a key UN conference in Glasgow. That is the latest feature story news. Chris Jones reporting.
KCHW 102.7 is Northern Lights Public Radio. We love serving our county. We've made special investments in generators and backup systems that in the event of disaster can be used to broadcast news and emergency information. As well, we now broadcast our emergency alert messages and Amber Alerts across our smartphone and internet broadcast platforms. KCHW 102.7, we're Northern Lights Public Radio, serving all of Stevens County.
Woo! 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 That's just because we're up. Hey, I got this.
They're very honorable people. They have the most honest morning show. That's all I can say. It's the most honest.
Of course it is. Finally, he's right.
And if you learned anything today,
It won't be the truth.
that's pretty honest.
That's pretty honest. Here we go.
We are the Three Amigos!
All right, maybe one Amigo short. We're not quite sure. Should we check? Should we check?
Two short
All right,
amigos.
So last week we lost one of our amigos to jail in Mexico. At least that's what we've been telling people. Let's say that story's half true. So he's either in Mexico or in jail. We did send Chuck a Zoom link today just to see what would happen. He didn't show up. We had a replacement, amigo.
We did.
We did. And he didn't show up.
He's in jail, too.
He's in jail, too. It's a different kind of jail. He said he was up all night. And that's no excuse not to do the morning show. I'm up every night.
No, I was looking forward to it.
I know. So Brandon Hans was going to join us, but he's got a new baby, so we'll cut him some slack. We will still have an appearance, though, in roughly about 35 minutes from Brandon Hansen.
Nice.
Might be pre-recorded, might not. Just not going to tell you.
This story has not been verified.
That's right. All right, off to my left, it's Mr. Alan Milani. Good morning, Alan Milani.
Good morning, sir.
Right, I have some very, very, very important stuff to do with Alan to start off the show. So several months ago, we were talking about being local. Of course, Alan, how long have you been in Chihuahua now? A couple.
Oh God, it's a couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, because you bought the carpet store right before COVID.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You deserve a round of applause for that one. Didn't see that coming, did you?
Yeah, it was awesome. No.
Hey, but you've weathered it. All right.
We've done well.
You've done well.
Done well. Thank you very much, Chihuahua, and
All right.
surrounding communities.
There you go. From Alan Milani. Thank you to you. Yes. All right. And it is so cool. Imagine, anybody out there buying a business and 2 months later, I think it was November when you bought it, which is tough going into winter to buy a business.
We closed on it in December.
And then
slowest time of the year.
Yeah, and then here comes February, and COVID is taking over, and everything gets shut down by March, and you had a very panicked look on your face for a while, but you weathered it. That's awesome.
Well, what are you going to do? You either plug along or you fail.
And just proof you picked the right town to come to, right?
Absolutely.
There you go. Thank God people still need flooring. Well, just a few months back, Alan is pretty sure I put a curse on you, correct?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And it was totally by accident. I was talking about the thing, and everybody does it to somebody new that moves in Chihuahua. Have you hit a deer yet?
You have to be careful when you're wielding that kind of power, Scott.
I had no idea that I was magical.
You do kind of resemble Gandalf.
Oh, I need the beer, don't I?
Yes.
You shall not pass!
That's what I usually say in the bathroom in kidney stones.
Oh, no.
Okay, please pass!
Please pass.
So I put the curse on you, I guess.
Yes.
So you think.
Yes.
So now how many deer have you?
Grand total in 1 year is now 3.
3 deer.
3 deer and a house cat. I feel bad for the cat.
Mooch!
Mooch! Mooch is fine.
Okay.
I
thought I got the radio cat. All right. I can't, I am not responsible for the house cat. That is on you. I wield some power, but it's positive cat power.
Okay.
Positive cat power. All right. So, 3.
We need like a shaman or a priest or a voodoo doctor or witch doctor or something to break the curse.
Okay. All right. Well, if I made the curse, can I break it?
You should be able to.
All right. I want you to close your eyes, Alan.
Just wave your hand.
Close your eyes.
I'm closed.
Okay. Now you're on camera, so put your hands up beside your head. Put your left hand in.
In?
And then take your left hand out.
And
then put your right hand in.
I had to open my eyes.
Spin it all about. No, keep the eyes closed. We're not done yet.
They get to work.
We're not done yet. I'm not going to hurt you. Close your eyes. At least close your eyes. Okay, I like that because it looks like you're doing the Mickey Mouse theme song.
Jazz hands.
Show me your jazz hands. You're cured. All right, one more time. Close your eyes. This is for real.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
I'm making a spell.
All right,
okay? You got your eyes closed?
Do it.
I hereby proclaim you a local.
Yes.
All right? All right. I think that does it.
All right.
Alan Milani, more local than most of us after 3.
So it's over then?
It's over.
Okay, good.
But I hope I was 100% serious about that.
Me too?
No, I was 100% serious. All right, man. I'm so sorry. I think you're like the second person I've cursed. Unless you count all 3 ex-wives.
Well, I'm hoping the curse has been lifted.
All right. I'm pretty sure it has, right, folks? Yay. All right. Morning show is over now.
Great job, team. Head back to base for debriefing and cocktails.
That's how we got started this morning.
Captain Obvious.
All right. You're looking kind of funny on the camera there.
Am I?
Like, yeah, like you're not quite
I'm
centered.
feeling kind of funny.
Yeah, I made you shorter than me. Because nobody's shorter than me.
How does that work?
I don't know. There's like only one person in town that's shorter than me. Thank you, Grant.
It's like that movie Inner Space.
Yeah. Don't let me get inside your brain. All right. We should probably do some weather. Hey, I went to the weather page and it's blank. What's that mean?
It's over.
I have to do it from memory from yesterday. All right. Today is, I'll use more magical powers. All right, today is 68 for a high. Partly cloudy skies give way to occasional showers in the afternoon. And then 44. Showers early in the evening, then partly cloudy overnight. For your Friday, we're going to have a fairly nice weekend. Enjoy it because there's not many left. Partly cloudy for Friday, 67. Partly cloudy for Saturday, 68. And 71 with partly cloudy skies on Sunday. Each day, just a slight chance of rain. All right.
It's about perfect.
It is about perfect.
It's about perfect.
That's like San Francisco weather, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the San Francisco.
Yeah. We call that a bonus. Sorry if anybody's from San Francisco. We'll pick on the people from Florida later. Stand by. All right, some news headlines. You liked one. What did you say this morning? That me and Brandon, what would we do if Brandon would have been here?
Oh, you're going to convert me to liberalism.
Yeah, that was our plan. We'll make a liberal out of him yet. All right. I resent that. All right. I like to consistently stand on the fence.
And there's nothing wrong with that, really.
I'd like to weave from side to side and confuse people.
Reminds me of the 70s.
You know, how can I be a liberal with all these guns?
You got permits for those?
Yeah. All right. Smallest guns you've ever seen.
You know, they've got red flag laws now.
Ooh.
Might have to take those away.
Take my guns away. All right. First one, I know you were talking about this. Some activists took vaccine demands to the home of Biden's chief of staff,
yes,
and they changed that title. What was it originally?
It was Bones for Biden. Was the original title.
Yeah, I didn't get it. But, man, that is a big pile of disgusting bones.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they're fake. What would you say? That's about 9 feet tall, looking at the two guys standing by the bones?
Yeah.
And what was the purpose of it?
To bring something about the inactivity of, he's not doing enough about the virus.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
All right. And was it the coronavirus or something else? I mean, did you read the story?
It was for COVID.
Okay.
It was for COVID. And it's the same group of people, this is my understanding from the article, it was the same group of people that originally did the same kind of thing to Anthony Fauci, who is now one of their allies, but during the whole AIDS epidemic.
All right.
So,
let's see here. It's the activists, some of them veterans of a much larger protest that played out at the National Institute of Health more than 30 years ago. That's what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Had already made similar demands and private phone calls with administration officials, including Dr. Anthony Fauci, a target of early AIDS protests, who later became the activists' ally. But the calls got them nowhere, they said, so they decided to try more old-fashioned in-your-face tactics. A mountain of bones, they said, was made by a set designer in New York. They planted it in front of Klane's next-door neighbor's driveway to avoid running afoul of Secret Service agents. So the poor neighbor got stuck with them. Oh, I'm not going to want to live by that guy.
So, right.
Yeah. Agents eventually said they asked them politely to leave. All right. So nobody got shot.
See, and now they've changed. I just pulled up Yahoo again. It's still the lead story on Yahoo.
Okay.
But now the headline's changed back to fake bones for Biden.
All right. They can't decide?
Weird. I guess not.
Maybe they thought it sounded wrong or something.
Could be.
All right. Let's see. That one's just too horrible. Hurricane Sam. It sounds like friendly.
We're down into the S's now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hurricane Sam's Club to kick up life-threatening. Sorry. To kick up life-threatening surf along the East Coast this weekend. That's kind of scary. Expect some dangerous surf if you're headed to the beach this weekend along these coasts. Significant swells from Hurricane Sam, though hundreds of miles offshore, will likely cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions, and beachgoers are urged to follow the advice of lifeguards and local officials this upcoming weekend. So some dudes that have been waiting all their life for the biggest wave ever are heading there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
All right.
If I knew how to surf.
I'm waiting for the tragic video footage on YouTube. I can't believe they'll put anything on YouTube. There's all sorts of videos of the Petito girl.
They won't put Trump on YouTube.
That's because that's just horrific, Alan.
It's horrific.
Yeah.
Too much orange.
Actually, I think they're doing him a favor, Twitter and Facebook, by keeping him off. Yeah, because he can't embarrass himself before the next election. If he would have had me as his aide and took my advice, he'd still be president.
You think so?
Yeah, I just kept saying, be nice, and slapping his hand. Be nice. You can't grab her butt. Shame on you.
Wow.
I'm just saying. He would have won. All right, former Olympic gold medalist Cleet Keller pled guilty to a felony charge related to the Capitol riot. Well, there goes what was ever left of his career.
Cleet.
Yes, Cleet Keller. He was a former Olympic swimming gold medalist.
Huh.
We don't think about anybody else for swimming anymore after that last guy that was really tall. What was his name?
See, now I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember.
See? Yeah. What months after he won the gold medals, all those record amount of gold medals, and then they had a picture of him online with a bong in his face.
Yeah.
Now that you've won the Olympics, where are you going? I'm going home. Have some fun. Wheaties wouldn't sign me up. Wheaties wouldn't sign him up, but Wheaties would.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. That would have been a marketing
he's
genius.
Probably really glad we forgot his name by now. That's so horrible.
All
it's going to come to us.
But David Schwimmer, and he's
Friends. He sounds like he'd be a professional
swimmer.
Schwimmer. It's like my name, Schwaffman. Or people like to. I can tell if you're a telemarketer, you call me Skloffman. All right. Yes, when you put a C after an S, it does confuse a lot of people.
I get a lot of telemarketing calls over there at the store.
Yes.
And not a single one of them can pronounce Chihuahua.
Oh.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Chihuahua?
Yeah. Pretty close. Chihuahua.
So, when we have a show that's syndicated and they're going to do a promo for us, so let's say like the Elvis show or whatever, I send them a note and I phonetically spell Chihuahua, which still doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I have to say Chihuahua like tequila. That's what I do. So they pronounce it right, and it works every time.
Chihuahua like tequila.
All right. On our Facebook page this morning while we broadcast, I posted a list. You can argue about it, you can fight about it, but you cannot add anything to it. It's the best TV shows of all time. The list is there. It cannot be altered. That's it. It's the list. Number 1, The Wire. Number 2, Breaking Bad. Number 3, The Sopranos. Number 4, The Simpsons. And number 5, Seinfeld. I would change that, and I'd have a list of 6, and they would all be all of the franchises of Star Trek.
I'll bet you Friends would probably top your list.
Oh, Friends. Do
you ever watch Friends?
No. I couldn't.
So big.
I'm allergic to cheese. And there was a lot of cheese on that show.
A lot of cheese.
All right, already posted on Facebook this morning. Alan Milani, who happens to be sitting right next to me, which is strange. Oh, it says good morning, Chihuahua.
It does. Right.
And then your wife, Brenda Milani. It says good morning, guys. Good morning, Brenda. And she never got to hear the sound effect from last week.
No, we'll have to play it again.
Oh, I can't remember. I know it was from Excalibur, but I can't remember what I titled it.
That's all right. I'll replay last week's show for her.
You'll replay? No, I want to play it now and offend her. Oh, man. Here it is. All right. So last week, I can't remember what the joke was, but I referenced your wife, and then I played this, sweetie.
I will love you always. I will love you as my queen and as the wife of my best friend. And while you live, I will love no other.
Most affairs happen with your friends.
Yeah, well, okay. All right, I'm keeping my eyes open.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry. And then I play this.
Rugged, manly men in the full bloom of their manhood.
Is that us? Okay. All right. Moving along then. We talked about a hurricane, in case you're just catching up. We talked about an athlete who was at the Capitol riot, ruined his career.
Brenda just said, whatever.
Wow, Brenda. That hurts.
And my mother said, good morning.
Tell Scott to stop.
Yeah. It's getting kind of weird.
We're going to have to tune out now. All right. So we covered all the news headlines that we want to. Yes? Did you have anything else, Alan? Mr. Milani?
It's all depressing.
It's all depressing stuff.
It's all depressing.
I know there was one I kind of wanted to cover, but there was too much sadness in it. So we're going to just boycott all sadness today.
I think we could probably dress them up a little bit if they all involved like dodgeball or something.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I like those fakes that they have on YouTube of like people getting hit with bricks and stuff. Have you seen them?
Yes.
Where like their whole face wrinkles and stuff. That's kind of fun. I don't know why it
probably not
amuses
for the people
me.
involved.
Well, they're not really getting hit by a brick though. It's all CGI, but it looks really real. It's that fake stuff. Like if you were listening earlier this morning on Total Science, they were talking about the deep fakes that are out there and AIs and how dangerous this can be, especially like in elections and stuff like that, because you can take an image of the president now and have him say anything.
Easily.
And how do you defend against that?
You
so
can't.
They're trying to come up with like digital signatures and stuff like that to prove that things are from a from a certain person or
But
stuff.
they probably need to do that.
I think they do. Totally. All right, let's move on to bits and breaks. You with me this morning?
Yes.
All right. So back to the list. If you want to post on, if you have a different television show that you think is way better than the 5 that we claim were the best, or that somebody else claimed the best and we took control of, feel free to post your television shows on there, and we might debate them. Or put it on there and give us a reason why it's the best show ever. All right. So how many friends do you have a private Facebook account?
I do.
All right. So Brenda doesn't make you share one with her?
No. I mean, she can see everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many friends do you think you have?
It's not like I block her or anything.
How many friends do you think I have? I mean, do you have?
Oh, probably like 4.
4? That's you got more than that.
I think it's at 180 something.
All right.
I think.
I've been on there a long time, and I was at 420, but now I'm at 419.
Yeah?
Somebody's been pushed out of the circle of friends. But I'm really looking for a new friend because I thought 420 was like the perfect amount of friends.
No, I didn't get kicked out of there, did I?
No, you're still in.
Okay.
You're still in.
All right.
Take him to the wall.
Take him to the wall. You have been removed from the circle of friends. All right. 3 kinds of friends. Tell us about them, Alan Milani.
That's not how that works, Maud. Despite having 150, 300, or even 2,000 friends on Facebook, most adults really have only a handful of real friends. It's okay that we lump all acquaintances together into what we call our circle of friends, but there are basically 3 kinds of friends.
Okay.
Greek philosopher Aristotle classified friendship into 3 different types. Friendships of utility. That's where people are on the friendly terms mainly due to the benefits each brings to the table. Business partners, colleagues, and schoolmates are examples.
So, like, they say you should always have a doctor, a lawyer, and who else?
Guns.
As a friend. Somebody with guns. Yeah, these are the kind of friends we need to have close. So, doctor, lawyer, veterinarian.
Bring lawyers, guns, and money.
Okay.
Then there's your friendships of pleasure,
Ooh.
where people find each other because of the enjoyment it brings. People hanging out due to fitting hobbies, common interests, and fishing buddies are examples.
All right.
Friendships of the good, the most important among the 3 types of friendship. These are friendships based upon respect, appreciation for each other's qualities, and a strong will to aid and assist the other person because one recognizes their greatness.
And this is why I push somebody out of the friend circle of friends. Respect. Lack of respect.
The first 2 types of friendships are easily broken. These friendships are driven by one's utility and pleasure, particularly when benefits is achieved or a change of common interests. These friendships will most probably fade off. However, friendship based on goodness are usually long-lasting.
It's like if you stop fishing, I'm done with you.
Right? Yeah.
What do you mean you don't want to go fishing? I need a new friend.
See ya.
All right.
Friendship of the good are hard to find and develop. If you happen to have more than a handful of friends based on goodness, you are indeed blessed.
All right. That's the way I feel. And I don't know. I've got a bunch of friends through attrition because 10 years ago, I did a meeting and said, who wants to come play radio? And, pretty much everybody that showed up was really into it, signed up, took the class, is still here today.
Nice.
And they've all became friends.
That's awesome.
So that's cool. Yeah, it is.
Good deal.
It is. I was one Christmas we were having our, we couldn't have one last. COVID, we got skipped, but
Right.
I think it was the Christmas party before that. It was like all the volunteers and their wives, and I started crying. It was just like,
Nice.
oh, look at this, look at this.
Nice.
I don't know why they followed me, but they did. I think it's music. Music brings people together, and all the guys that do the nighttime shows, they love it. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in fact, when I've had to shut down due to COVID, or if somebody's been on a trip and I say, you need to take a week off or something like that, they don't like it. They
Right.
don't like missing their shows at all, and they don't get paid. So
Right.
that's how into it they are.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Also, similar but slightly updated versions of the above. Did you see that part?
Friends of convenience, people who are regularly have to be at the same place as you at the same time, like work friends.
Do we fall in that category?
I'm sure we fall into. I hope we fall into all three. Friends of habit, people who enjoy the same hobbies or activities as you, gym buddies, bar buddies, etc.
Friendships based on drinking never last. just saying.
This is true.
Any relationship based on drinking never lasts. All right.
Ever. Actual friends, people who you like and who like you back, and more importantly, will seek out your company even if they have to go out of their way to do so.
All right. Those are the ones that I think people talk about, that a friend is one that helps you bury a body. Is that how it goes? Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's a good friend.
That's a very good friend.
Scary friend.
That's
but
like
good.
a BFF.
He helped me bury 2 bodies. Not that I need to bury a lot of bodies. All right. Let's see. I think I got one here. Things Alan didn't know yesterday.
Uh-oh.
All right. It's possible to lead a cow upstairs, but not downstairs. You didn't know that, did you?
How do you get him out of the attic?
That's not my problem. A percentage of American men who say they would marry the same woman if they had to do it all over again.
The percentage of men?
Yes, a percentage of men that would marry the same woman again. What do you think that'd be?
98%.
98%? Really? You think 98% miss their ex-wives?
I have no idea.
You're close. 80.
Really?
80, yeah.
I'd marry Brenda all over again.
Oh, well, you haven't got divorced yet, so
I'd
wait.
do it every year.
Okay. Oh, you hear that, Brenda? Oh, does she get romantic?
I
didn't mean like that.
I mean, she's like more into that kind of stuff than I am. I'm not really a romantic kind of guy.
How does she act if you give her flowers?
It's always a shock to her.
All right.
When I do it.
All right. How do you act when she gives you flowers?
I'm kind of wondering what kind of funeral arrangements she's made.
I had a girl give me flowers once. That was kind of weird. Yeah,
it's kind of scary.
I was like, okay, you don't know me very well. I have allergies. Thanks for the roses. All right. So the percentage of women who would marry the same man if they had to do it all over again, 50%. So only 50% of women would marry the same man, but 80% of women. So... See, I got 3 ex-wives. I wonder which one wants to marry me again.
Men are awful.
Yes, we are. Average number of people airborne over the U.S. at any given hour, 61,000.
Does that are airborne?
Yeah.
Does that include those that are testing their trebuchets?
Trebuchet! No, those don't. Actually, that number, 61,000, does not include people in airplanes. That's how many superheroes
Just
we
the
have.
catapult.
Just the people in catapults and superheroes. All right, 61,000. Yeah, they mean in planes. We're lying. All right, intelligent people have more zinc and copper in their hair.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What's that say for those bald guys out there?
Right.
Hello? Is anybody home? Zinc and copper, you don't even have hair.
You're dumb.
Dummy. No, man, that's horrible.
That is horrible.
We're going to have a bunch of big bald guys beating us up later today. First novel ever written on a typewriter, Tom Sawyer.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And when possums are playing possum, they're not playing. They're actually pass out from sheer terror.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the fainting goat kind of thing.
Yeah. I do it once in a while. I think it's narcolepsy, though.
It's not so bad unless you do it in the hallway.
No, I always got those keyboard prints on my forehead, though.
I'm going to get you a helmet.
I need one. All right. Dieting for men. All right. From Alan Milani, who's in pretty good shape.
Men?
Dieting for men. Best diet tips for men. And you're in pretty good shape, so I think you should deliver this.
Oh, not really.
All right. It just looks that way.
Look like I'm carrying a basketball up front.
Well, I'm always up for you. Me too, but your baby's smaller than mine.
I'm stretched.
Yeah. I'm so glad the camera only gets me from the chest up.
So AskMen.com asks its readers to submit diet tips that really worked for them, the kind of advice that can be passed along with confidence because it actually worked. Here's the top 5 pieces of advice from readers. Number 5, eat, Jim, eat. Start the day with fruit and a high-protein shake, then incorporate food like tuna, turkey, chicken, lettuce wrap, boiled eggs, and a granola bar throughout the day. After work, hit the gym, followed by a very high-protein dinner.
Sounds like a lot of work to me.
Sounds like way too much work.
Way too much.
Number 4, go vegetarian.
Go vegetarian.
If you feed your body the nutrients you need, it removes the cravings for any bad food.
Bad food.
You'll lose weight and feel great.
Feel great.
One 47-year-old switched to an all-vegetarian diet and lost 30 pounds in 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Do you hear an echo in here?
Just trying to trip you up. Okay, so go vegetarian. I like that.
Number 3, water after 7:30. Easiest tip in the world. Don't eat after 7:30. Just drink water and you'll lose a pound or 2 within a week.
What's going to happen to all my ice cream?
That doesn't seem like very much.
No, it doesn't even seem worth it.
No.
After 7, that's when I get hungry.
I wonder if they're talking about like the actual clock or like your biological clock.
There's a difference.
Everybody's circadian rhythm is different,
That's right. So for me, it might be 7:15.
Right. Number 2, trim the fat. One guy had a long story about going from obese to 165 just by cutting out the fat in his diet and exercising. Dropping the pounds provided enough inspiration to work even harder on his diet and body. He eventually removed beef, alcohol, mayo, creams, and eating out.
Boring. And I don't believe that story.
That also removed his will to live.
Yeah. And that story cannot be true. It cannot be true because you don't lose weight by taking fat out of your diet. Sure, it'll lower your cholesterol, but it does not help you lose weight at all. Fat is fuel. It does not get turned in, even though it has the word fat, it does not turn into fat in your body. Fat is fuel. So it's the carbs that he cut out that lost the weight, not the fat.
True enough.
Yeah, that ain't right.
And number 1, grow up overweight.
What?
Be fat when you're a kid.
Okay.
Another guy told a story of growing up overweight, living through the cruel remarks that kids would throw at him. He is now in his 20s and in the best shape of his life. His advice is to take the torment you grew up with and use it as a motivator.
It's like my stepson. He was like a weeble growing up.
Yeah.
And then it's like in early 20s, he turns into Clark Kent. And you're like, wow.
Oh, maybe he was Clark all along.
He was probably on the inside or whatever, but now he's, Mr. GQ with a horde of girls following him, and you're like, whoa. You guys want to see his baby picture?
Take a look at that chunk.
Take a look at that. All right. Let's see what Scott thinks about in the shower.
Do it.
These could have been done before. That's all I'm going to say to preface this. Growing up a shirt size as a kid is an accomplishment. For Alan, a failure as an adult.
Yes. Yes.
I hate going up a shirt size.
Yes.
And then I lost like 70 pounds, and then I gained 25 back, so my clothes are all mixed up.
So I went from large to extra large, right, within the last 2 years. And now, even the extra larges, when I put my arms up above my head...
Your belly button shows?
The belly button shows, and the shirt stays there.
Oh!
It's no good. It turns into a tube top.
Well, that's what happens when you have a little baby bump.
Right, yeah. A little baby bump. Yeah.
I have a different story for what happens to mine. If you were to kill every single person on Earth, you wouldn't go to jail.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a true thought.
It is true.
It is. When you lose your teeth as a child, you get paid by someone who takes them. When you lose your teeth as an adult, you pay someone to take them. That's not fair either.
Or build you new ones.
Clean sheets feel amazing on the first night, but exactly the same every night after that.
Huh.
Unless there's crumbs.
You think way too much.
Yeah, I know. At least I only do it in the shower. All right. All right. Music sounds better when you're driving a car.
Yeah.
Right. I've got a car for sale, and so a drunk guy called me last night on the car.
Yeah.
And through our conversation, I mentioned that I worked at the radio station. He's like, dude, what is the best driving song ever? You can think about it and text me later. And I said, best driving song ever. I just, he said, well, the first thing that comes to your mind. It's already in my mind. You can tell me later. I said, I want to tell you now. He said, okay, what is it? And I said, Radar Love, Golden Earring. There is nothing like driving fast to that song.
Well, I was going to say Sammy Hagar, I Can't Drive 55.
That happened the other night, too.
Yeah.
So. True story. I was coming in from down the hill and into town at 3 in the morning, and it's like you can't see a headlight anywhere. And I said, oh, yeah, I can do way more than 55. And then there was that deer.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, I might have just cursed myself. Where's the gong? I cursed Alan. I have to undo the curse. All right. No one shall hit deer ever.
Ever.
All right, when electric cars take over, the movie industry is going to have to figure out what to do about car explosions. Big time.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot less dramatic, isn't it, when it just tips over and starts leaking?
It wasn't so scary. Now, if we'd make them out of hydrogen, that'd be a different story.
Well, no, that doesn't really explode, though, either, does it?
It's just more of a fireball.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just poof, and you're done.
Yeah. All right, television gives us nothing to do when we're not doing anything.
Thank you, television.
Thank you. There you go. That's what I have thought about in the shower before. I apologize. All right, Alan Milani, are you ready for some trivia today?
Let's go.
You have to do it solo. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
He's the tallest amigo. It's Alan Milani.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Doesn't take much to be taller than me or Chuck.
Right.
But you are I was thinking about that. You're the tallest amigo. Nice. All right, trivia questions for Alan. What popular beverage first known in Europe as Arabian wine? It's easy.
Arabian wine?
And yes.
What popular beverage?
What popular beverage first known in Europe as Arabian wine?
Sparkling cider?
Oh,
Am I close?
So far away.
Really?
Yes.
It's not
I
champagne.
think Arabica?
Arabica.
If I said Arabica wine,
Okay.
would that help?
No.
No? Coffee.
Huh.
Now you're going to feel dumb.
Okay. Yeah.
You feel dumb yet?
No,
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
This is like a natural state for me,
Okay.
Scott.
I feel average?
Yeah. Yeah.
Me too. Average American spends about 6 months of their life where?
Jail.
No, in your whole life. Your whole life. This happens in a car. In your whole life in a car, 6 months of your life will be spent doing this.
Turning left.
I
don't know. In a car.
In a car. Probably not if you've lived in Chihuahua your whole life and don't leave town. It wouldn't probably add up to this much.
I have no idea.
Setting at a stoplight.
Oh.
6 months of your life setting at a stoplight. I feel bad for people that live in Seattle and that gridlock traffic that moves at a half mile an hour. Actually, sometimes if you're sitting on I-5, you'd swear you're going backwards.
I'm sure their average is a little bit higher.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're not at red lights, but all that time sitting.
Yeah.
How much of your life did you spend sitting in your car on the freeway? That's horrible. I don't want to die with that over my head.
No.
All right. Every year, this gets about 100,000 tons heavier.
The Earth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, look at Al Milani
Look at
busting
Al
out the
Milani.
brain power. Wow. Wow.
You know what a lot of it is?
What?
Dead skin cells.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I was thinking it was trash.
No, dead skin cells.
From humans?
Yeah.
That's
Dead
disgusting.
skin cells and space dust.
Space dust.
Space dust.
Huh. Where can I get some of that?
Actually, there is a beer called Space Dust.
Excuse me, can I get some space dust from you?
I have it over here in my trunk.
And you won't even go to jail. And the police officer goes, "What are you selling?" "Space dust."
Space dust.
All right. In the kitchen, 44% of us reuse what?
A spoon.
The
same
a dirty spoon. A dirty spoon.
Wait, doesn't everybody do that?
I've never eaten at your house.
Is that more than 44%?
Yes,
I
yes.
know.
In a survey of human, in the kitchen, 44% of us reuse what?
Paper towel.
You're
And,
getting
like,
warmer. It comes on a
clothes.
roll.
It comes on a roll. What else comes on a roll? I don't know. In the kitchen?
Yeah. You don't cook, do you?
No, not really.
Tinfoil.
Oh.
The same thing you make your hat out of.
How do you reuse tinfoil?
That'd be gross. I guess you could flip it over.
I guess you could.
But then the shiny side works better for
Yeah.
reflecting the heat. I get.
Plus, all the cheese from your lasagna would then be on the outside of the lasagna.
Yeah, but if you're cooking fish now, you don't want the cheese from the lasagna
This is
on your
right.
opposite side of your tinfoil.
Well,
All
who
right.
knows that fish and
So
cheese
so
isn't
here's
good.
when I use my tinfoil. It makes an excellent SOS scrubber. If you want to scrub things off. So
Right.
sometimes I will crinkle up a piece and throw it in the corner by other cleaners and stuff. And
Works
use it to
pretty
scrub.
good on your barbecue grates, too.
Acne as well. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't do that at home.
That sounds dangerous.
It does.
Wow.
I brush my teeth with it.
Nice.
Yes.
Shiny.
In a few years, I'll just use it to brush my tooth. I only have one left. All right. In a survey of human resource executives, 73% said this is the main cause of workplace unhappiness. Main cause of workplace unhappiness. This is so easy.
Small break room?
No.
Pay.
No.
Really?
I've kept a job or quit. I passed a job that paid more to stay at my current job because of this once.
Huh.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. 73% this is the main cause of workplace unhappiness, a bad boss.
Huh.
I worked for some really cool people, and 25 cents an hour wasn't enough to get me to leave.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That would do it, a bad boss.
Yeah. What do U.S. Presidents Grover Cleveland, John Tyler, and Woodrow Wilson have in common? This is a really tough one. They all three did the same thing while they were in office, and it wasn't have an affair.
And there's a lot more than that. I know the names. I can't think of anything.
They
they're
all
famous
got
for.
married while they were in office. In office.
No kidding.
Yeah. What a great way to date. I want to be president.
Right. President Schlossman.
All right. Let's see here. Toy or not a toy?
Oh, boy.
Stop. Just stop now.
I was thinking tinfoil.
Okay.
But
well, for some kids. Walmart has released its list of the hottest toys for 2021 holiday season. I happen to think it's a list of toys that made it through the shipping logjam, but whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Barbie extra doll and vanity playset.
That's probably a toy.
It is.
Yeah.
But what extra doll?
I have no idea.
Just in case your dog eats the hand of this Barbie, we've got an extra one for you. We used to have that.
An extra hand?
Yeah. No, a Barbie that was like her hand was all mangled.
Oh, no.
We saved her for special things.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Good Lord. Wow.
Couldn't throw it away.
Okay.
Mooch ain't the Barbie. Yeah, my daughter would get mad when Mooch would try to invade playtime at the Barbie house.
Yeah.
because she loved but she had, like, my daughter had the 3-story Barbie castle that the cat could get in, and she really enjoyed that. And she'd get really mad, and I said, just pretend she's a dinosaur attacking the Barbies, and she never would.
Quit chewing on Barbie.
But she'd make her mad, get on the beds, and lay on them, and one of her fat would hang over. And... All right, Hot Wheels crash and burn and lose your license game.
Yeah, that's got to be fake.
It is.
That's not a toy.
I like it, though. Hot Wheels crash and burn.
Yeah.
It's real life for some people.
Sounds fun.
Or any deer that you encounter.
All right, here we go again.
Sorry. Oh, I mentioned it, so I better
gong it.
Gong it. We can't have him having problems again with the deer. All right, I found it. That was a lot of work. I'm going to play this one again.
Great job, team. Head back to base for debriefing and cocktails.
Cocktails.
It is almost break time.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. For real sweet, Jamicorn Unicorn.
No.
No?
That's not real.
It is real, buddy.
Really?
Yes. Magic Mixie's Cauldron.
That one's probably real. I mean, Halloween's coming up, right?
It is real. It is real. Let me mix up some spells for you.
Right.
All right, and Hot Wheels Massive Loop Mayhem track set.
I believe that one's probably real.
It is. Nah, surprise kitty camper.
Fake. That's not a toy.
It is a toy.
Really?
Yes, Merry Christmas Mooch.
Does it come with free almond roca?
I think it does. The nah, surprise kitty camper. What? And it's spelled, it's not kitty with D's like it's for kids. It's Kitty.
Kitty.
Yeah. Huh. All right. And this one I like. Jurassic World Razor Sharp Claw Scar Creation Kit.
The Razor Sharp Claw
Creation Kit.
No.
That you are so perceptive. I'm glad those weren't easier.
It was the sharpness.
It was the sharpness.
Nothing's razor sharp.
All right. We hope you will stick around with us as we go to break. One of our missing amigos is going to show up during this break, and enjoy that. We'll be back with what do we have? You said no local birthdays today.
Nothing.
All right. So we'll do a plug for the Lions Club when we come back.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Also, regular news, odd news, and more. Stick around. It's Scott and Alan. We are missing an amigo, but if you listen, you're the third one. All right, there you go.
Absolutely.
We'll be back. It's KCHW Chihuahua.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chihuahua, Loon Lake, Clayton.
It's 8:13.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock tires, provide collision repairs including glass, and they have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chihuahua. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414.
This is KCHW 102.7.
This portion of programming brought to you by 509's Finest Entertainment.
I'd like to remind everybody that coming to Chihuahua this October 16th and 17th is the Rocktober Mountain Music Festival. Our Saturday lineup is rock and roll. Headlining our show will be Incoming Days with Enemy Mine and the Nixon Rodeo as co-head. All But Lost will be joining us from Colville, and Those Damn Kids will be coming from wherever they come from. Sunday is our acoustic and country showcase with local favorites like Dave and Ray and Old Souls and Antiques, as well as excellent performers Pamela Jean, Rusty Jackson, and Jason Perry, and many, many more. If you would like information on how to become a vendor or sponsor, please contact me directly at 509-608-2157. Call or text are both available. We'd also like to let the public know that there have been people pretending to be affiliated with our event. Please contact me directly, 509-608-2157. No one else is authorized to accept payment for vendor spaces.
This 509's finest entertainment event brought to you in part by Acres United Drug and KCHW.
Hi there, Stevens County. This is Brandon Hansen from TED with your headlines for KCHW Northern Lights Public Radio. Washington's moratorium on utility disconnections is ending on Thursday, causing the state's Utilities and Transportation Commission to urge customers with overdue bills to contact their utility company to avoid losing service. The energy and water utilities will stop the disconnect process if customers set up a payment plan or apply for assistance funds. Avista, for example, has more than $6.5 million in assistance funds for low-income customers who would receive up to $2,500 a year. Federal low-income home energy assistance funds are also available. And moving over to Ferry County, where there's other utility news, the Curlew Water Sewer District Board of Commissioners, which has been struggling to pay its bills, and this board decided at a recent meeting to default on a sewer loan. This after they met last Monday afternoon for what is likely to be the last time. The meeting began with board chairperson Linnell Harvey reading the following statement. The Curlew Water Sewer District No. 1 Board of Commissioners has determined that the district is not financially sustainable in its current structure. Therefore, as required by law and with mutual acceptance, we are turning over the administration, operations, and maintenance of the district to the Ferry County Board of Commissioners. This means Ferry County is taking over the Curlew Water Sewer District. And moving to COVID news, State Department of Health announces certain individuals can get booster shots. Last week, the Washington State Department of Health announced that booster doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine can be given to certain individuals. The following individuals are now eligible to receive a Pfizer booster dose only if their initial vaccine series was also Pfizer, and it's been at least 6 months after completing the primary Pfizer vaccine series. Individuals who are eligible include people 65 of age or older, people 18 years of age and older living in a long-term care setting, and people 50 to 64 years of age with underlying medical conditions or those at increased risk of social inequities. Additionally, the following individuals who completed a Pfizer vaccine series at least 6 months ago may receive a Pfizer booster dose. People who are 18 to 49 years of age with underlying medical conditions, and people between the ages of 18 and 64 who are at higher risk of COVID-19 exposure and transmission due to their occupation or institutional setting. So this includes people like first responders, teachers, and more, where you're exposed to a lot of people. Only the Pfizer vaccine booster has been approved. Boosters have not, and I repeat, not been authorized for the Moderna and the Johnson & Johnson vaccines at this time. So don't mix and match vaccines there. All right, this is Brandon Hansen from TED for KCHW Northern Lights Public Radio. Have a great day.
This portion of programming brought to you by New Health. At New Health, they're committed to promoting health and wellness within our communities by providing integrated, open-access health care for all. They offer medical, dental, pharmacy, and behavioral health services to meet your health care needs. Their medical care teams offer in-person visits, curbside care, telemedicine visits, plus COVID-19 testing and vaccines. Dental services are provided for prevention, restorative, and emergency services. Curbside pharmacy pickup and mailing options are available to meet your medication needs as well. To schedule an appointment, contact their New Health Chewelah Clinic at 509-935-8424. That's 509-935-8424, or visit their website at newhp.org for a New Health location near you.
Safely providing the care you need is their top priority. Most insurance plans are accepted, including Medicare and Medicaid, and new patients are welcome. It's kind of like warning music that we're coming back. Sorry.
Viewership is going down.
People logging off Facebook going crazy, man. Oh, I missed it. The volume was down. Oh, whoops. All right. Our little intro. We have to do it.
We are the Free Amigos.
All right, and Brandon Hanson there, our pre-recorded amigo with a newscast for us this morning. Thank you very much, Brandon Hanson, for delivering those. All right, we always start off this break with birthdays, and you blew the surprise. No birthdays.
It's blank.
It's blank. That's so sad. But this is a good time to give a little tease to our Lions Club, our Chihuahua Valley Lions Club. They do a lot of work for people with vision and hearing problems and more, and you can support them by getting on the birthday calendar. You can do that by visiting KCHW.org. There's a link to the Lions Club there on our supporters page, and below that link is a PDF you can download to get you, your family, your club, your organization on there. They'll even do things like your meetings throughout the year and stuff. If you have regular meetings, they'll post those on there too. Anniversaries and even birthdays for people that have passed. You can do that all on your Lions Club calendar. Now, celebrity birthdays. We got some crazy ones today.
We do.
All right, roll out the first one. I have a comment on that.
Angie Dickinson from Rio Bravo and Police Woman is 90.
I was always upset because my parents watched Police Woman, and I always thought it was very unfair, even as a child. Possibly, I would use the word sexist now, because they gave her the smallest gun.
Really?
Yeah, she had a 22 snub nose. I was like, come on, give the lady a big gun. Come on. All right, sorry.
Barry Williams, who played Greg on the Brady Bunch, is 67.
Why did you skip Johnny Mathis?
I don't know.
He's a singer, old one,
I
country.
missed him.
Yeah, 86.
Sorry, Johnny.
That's all right. Sorry, Johnny. All right, this one's really annoying.
Fran Drescher.
Oh, that's good.
From The Nanny is 64.
I now have your Halloween costume.
Fran?
Yeah. She wore the hottest dresses, though. Oh, my God. I can't wait to see you in one.
Ew, creepy.
Just saying.
I'm going to have to borrow your heels. Crystal Bernard from Wings is 60.
All right.
Eric Stoltz from Pulp Fiction and the director of TV's Glee is 60.
Okay.
Monica Bellucci, Passion of the Christ and the Matrix Reloaded, is 57.
She's so hot.
Amy Landecker from The Handmaid's Tale and Transparent is 52. Tony Hale from Veep and Arrested Development is 51. Jenna Elfman from Dharma and Greg is 50.
She's so hot.
I wonder why they pulled Dharma and Greg. Wasn't she in other stuff, too?
Who cares?
Who cares? Ashley Hamilton is 47.
Okay.
Marion Cotillard from The Dark Knight Rises and Inception is 46.
I don't know who she was, but those were good movies.
They were good movies. Lacey Chabert from Mean Girls and Party of Five is 39.
I hate Mean Girls.
Formula One driver Max Verstappen is 24.
Okay.
And Levi Miller from A Wrinkle in Time and Pan is 19.
Good job, Alan Milani. All right. Loving the birthdays. It happened today. We call it history. John Billington became the first criminal to be executed in the American colonies when he was hanged for murder in 1630. Oh,
I'm not sure that's a record anybody would want.
No, it is in history, though. The stapler was patented by Samuel Slocum in 1841, and not afraid to say, I do have a stapler fetish.
Have you seen my stapler?
I have.
I'm gonna burn it down.
Oh, I've got an antique one. It's like my favorite. It's really cool. It's all steel.
It's a swing line.
No, it doesn't even have a name on it.
No,
that's how old it is.
Nice.
Yeah, and it also works as a weapon because it's like 4 pounds. Yeah. Don't make me angry.
You got to feed a ribbon of wire through it to
yes.
get it to work.
Yes. Wow. All right. 1846. Dentist. This could be scary. Dentist Dr. William Morton used an experimental anesthetic called ether for the first time on one of his patients at the Massachusetts General Hospital of Boston for a Tuesday stretch.
And he's been hooked ever since.
Yes. Can you do the next one for me? Sorry. All right. In 1946, an international military tribunal, easy for me to say, in Nuremberg, Germany, found 22 top Nazi leaders guilty of war crimes. And 1960, Flintstones debuted on ABC.
Nice.
I had somebody post on my car I have for sale. It says, "Do your feet go through the bottom?" Like the Flintstones car? Well, it's old, but it ain't that old. All right, 1982, Cheers, the place where everyone knows your known began its 11, knows your name. They spelt it wrong. Begins at 11-year run.
Nice.
They spelt it wrong. I said it wrong.
I like Cheers.
All right, Cheers, the place where everyone knows your name began its 11-year run in 1982. All right, I hope that made sense now. And 2017, an Indonesian man survived a fight with a giant python, 25.5 feet long.
That's huge.
Wow, that's like RV-sized python.
That is an RV-sized
Check
python.
out my camper.
Right.
All right, let's see. 2015, a production crew shooting a promotional film for the city of Houston got robbed at gunpoint while shooting the famous "We Love Houston" sign. And apparently not everybody in Texas has a gun. Nope. The man fled with 2 video cameras being used by the crew and a GoPro they were using to shoot behind-the-scenes footage. That's awesome. I'm sorry. Crime's bad, but that's funny.
It is kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. Special events, we get them from Mr. Milani.
Today is Ask a Stupid Question Day.
Go ahead.
I ask a lot of those.
Do you?
I do.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why.
All right.
International Podcast Day.
Ooh.
Love People Day.
All right.
And Chewing Gum Day.
All right, so what's the stupidest question people ask about your job?
I don't think anybody's ever asked a stupid question.
About your job?
About my job.
Oh. I don't know if I'd say it's a stupid question, but the one I always get is like when I'm standing somewhere, they're like, "I just heard you on the radio. How are you here?" And then I go, "Digital recording."
Yes. Yes.
I've had that before in Safeway while I'm shopping. You were just talking on the radio. How are you buying groceries? Magic. That's when I work that in.
24/7.
Yes, magic. Standard answer whenever I do anything magnificent. Magic.
Magic.
Magic. All right. Number of the day is 3,506. It's the men who have written letters proposing marriage to Vanna White.
Wow, she's kind of popular.
Yeah, I am 506 of those letters.
Wow.
It's the hands. Those hands drive me nuts.
That's got to be some kind of a record.
It is a record.
Yeah.
It's getting scarier every minute. All right, on to the area we call News and Nuggets. Some Americans are already finished holiday shopping. Survey shows roughly 1 million Americans are completely finished with their holiday shopping. I am too, and it's because everyone I know has gotten nothing.
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 Same thing I got you last year.
Nothing. All right, some people are motion blind?
Yeah.
What is that?
Think back on all the times someone has tossed something your way, a book, a pen, or a sweatshirt, with the intention that you would catch it. Much of the time you probably do catch whatever it is, or at least kind of fumble at it. Every so often you miss it entirely with no idea it's coming your way until it smacks you in the face. It doesn't mean you're a klutz. It could mean you're experiencing motion blindness, an inability to see moving objects. Much like me and deer.
Maybe it's just driving in general that you have a problem with.
It might be.
I got motion blindness.
Distinct possibility.
I'll be to Spokane sometime.
A study published in Psychological Science made the case that it has nothing to do with blindness and, in fact, isn't a vision problem at all. Instead, it happens when something gets lost in translation between the eyes and the brain.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Find a job before using a dating app.
It's probably a good idea.
I wish I would have known that. Guys.
It's never too late to learn.
If you're newly single and about to install a few dating apps, you'll want to wait until you have a full-time job. In a survey, 75% of women are not interested in a guy who's unemployed or lives in his mom's basement. Or someone else's mom's basement. That doesn't work either.
No.
All right. Golf?
Golf is booming again. Not since Tiger Woods' best years has golf been so popular. In fact, a survey found 72% of regular golfers would rather play a round of 18 holes with their favorite pro than take a free Ferrari.
Now, I don't believe that for a second.
No, me neither.
I'm taking the Ferrari.
You could take the Ferrari to go play a round of golf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the way to go golfing.
Absolutely.
And especially if you can get it on the course.
Right. Yeah.
I'll race you to the 9th hole. All right. And, if you talk to Mike Vance, all year long he's been saying that about the Chihuahua Golf and Country Club.
Yeah.
Just a phenomenal year of people golfing. Well, it's outdoors,
Nice.
COVID, all
It
that.
is. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Every year, students in China must administer jump rope tests for kids. If a student wants to be eligible for scholarships, they have to score well jumping rope. What? All right. Failing to get a top score can mean a future of academic and consequently career mediocrity if you can't jump rope. Wow. I didn't know it was such a big hurdle for people in China.
Me either.
All right. Because the stakes are so high, some parents hire special tutors to coach their kids in jump rope skills. Huh. A Wall Street Journal described the testing standards. First graders must skip 17 times a minute. That goes up with age. Fourth grade boys must skip 99 times a minute, and girls 103 times a minute.
Why is the standard higher for girls?
I don't know. It's kind of typical over there, I think, though. Moving slowly or tripping a single time can result in a very low grade. This is why parents are willing to pay professional coaches as much as $50 an hour to train their children to be the top competitors in jump rope. These coaches have studied the body mechanics of jump rope carefully and can spot minor errors that throw kids off of their full athletic potential. It sounds psychotic.
It does.
All right. I want to hear about Disney World.
George Kalogridis, Chuck Milam, and Forrest Baruth were among the 6,000 employees who opened the Magic Kingdom at Disney World to the public for the first time on October 1st, 1971. Now they are among 24 from that first day, still employed at the theme park resort as it celebrates its 50th anniversary tomorrow, Friday. Over those decades, Disney World added 3 more theme parks, 24 additional hotels, and grew to have a workforce of 77,000 employees as it helped Orlando become the most visited place in the U.S. before the pandemic. The employees who make up the 50-year club said the theme park resort has allowed them to grow their careers and try on new hats.
What kind of hats? Like a Mickey Mouse hat?
With a Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah.
Kalogridis worked his way up to be president of Walt Disney World and Disneyland in California. Milam went from a warehouse worker to a buyer of spare parts for rides and shows. Baruth joined as a show director responsible for changing and choreographing parades and shows. He was also given the opportunity to help open other Disney theme parks around the world over the past 5 decades.
I wonder what kind of a retirement program they have.
I don't know.
You know what I'd want is to be able to finish out my life retired and just milling around Disney World.
Right.
Yeah.
You could be a greeter, Scott.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a perfect job for me. No skills.
if not, there's always Walmart. You'd be a greeter there.
Yeah. Actually, they turned me down.
I don't think they even have greeters
They
anymore,
do have a height requirement, though.
Do they?
You have to see over the sanitary dispenser.
Right.
Yeah, and the carts.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I can't. Just saying. Even though I look as tall as Alan on the camera, I'm not. I have a booster seat, literally. I have a booster seat. All right. Sad. It's really sad.
But
all right,
true.
as soon as the calendar reads October 1st, you may be tempted to break from your tombstones, rubber bats, and 12-foot skeletons. Get them all out of the attic. But there's at least one Halloween decoration you should avoid putting out until the first sign of fall, jack-o'-lanterns. Yes, they're an important part of the spooky season, but if you display them too early, they may not last until October 31st. All right, get all gooey. According to Real Simple, you should pick up your pumpkin within a week of when you plan to carve it. Look for gourds with firm, unmarked skin that feel heavier than they look. Green, healthy stem indicates pumpkin was picked recently and will last longer on your step. It says stoop, but I'm going to say step.
Stoop.
Right. If you can resist the temptation, you should wait until the last minute to plunge a knife into your pumpkin. 1 week to 3 days before October 31st, ideal time to carve and display jack-o'-lanterns. Any earlier, and you run the risk of a rotten collapsed squash outside your home when trick-or-treaters arrive. Decomposition happens even faster when the weather is warm, which is another reason to wait until later in the season to carve your pumpkin. All right? Everything you wanted to know about pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
Let's skip the next one. It's kind of depressing.
I agree.
I like the idea of an angry elephant, though.
Elephants are a wild animal we love. Majestic tusks, large flapping ears, long trunks, they manage to appear gentle and intimidating at the same time. They are known for their occasionally explosive temperament. In an example of such a fiery outburst, a video from India has captured an elephant shattering the windshield of a bus.
Ooh.
The incident occurred on Saturday morning when the bus was carrying government employees from one location to another in a mountainous region. The encounter left the windshield of the bus shattered and the passengers screaming in shock while the driver kept his cool. A government official even posted on social media, "Huge respect for the driver of this government bus, who kept his cool even under the terrifying hits on the bus from an agitated tusker. He helped passengers move back safely. That's why they say a cool mind works wonders."
Wow. You know, if that was me, I would have just opened the door of the bus and ran.
Yep, bye-bye.
Yeah, stood up and looked at everybody in the back of the bus and said, "You're on your own."
Gotta
go. Let's see. Australian wildlife tour operator Sean Dearley admits he was lucky to escape more serious injury or even death when a crocodile lunged from a river and clamped his hand in its jaws. Dearley was attacked on Monday at the Adelaide River, which is renowned for its jumping crocodiles. I think this one comes up in Odd News, too.
I think it does.
Large crocodiles that rise vertically from the water to snatch chicken carcasses dangled from long poles extend from tourist cruise boats. Want to see that gator, don't you? Dearly now has his right hand and forearm in a cast. He had surgery to repair a severed tendon in his hand. Dearly told the 18 tourists on his cruise Monday to keep their entire bodies inside the boat at all times for safety. He then did the opposite when he decided to retrieve a pole he had been using to feed meat to the crocodiles and had dropped overboard. He was about to grab the pole when a crocodile lunged out at him. It kind of seems like it obviously might happen.
I wonder if humans taste like chicken and
I don't
crocodiles.
know. That kind of looks like a little chicken, don't it?
A little chicken wing. Yeah.
Dearly was just glad the crocodile didn't twist its body, which could have caused more serious tearing wounds and potentially dragged him overboard. Which is more exciting when you're on a cruise, when you lose the driver. Like if that bus driver, if the elephant would have grabbed him and drug him out the windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah, more exciting for the tourists.
Yeah.
Oh, those are government officials. That's probably why he talked the bus. He's like, politicians on my road. Hate politicians.
So, here's a story about Dollar Tree.
Oh, no.
Dollar Tree embedded in its very name that it stands for. Behind its doors, everything can be had for just $1. The mantra to which the Virginia company has held true for decades will now be mostly true. After expanding nationwide from only a handful of stores in Georgia, Tennessee, and Virginia, Dollar Tree is breaking the mold and will sell items in some locations that exceed the $1 grab-and-go price.
No.
The cost of clothes, cars, food, and just about everything else has soared this year as the global economy emerges from a pandemic, and Dollar Tree has not been untouched. The company had already begun testing higher prices at several hundred of its nearly 8,000 locations in a section of the store called Dollar Tree Plus, with items that can go for as much as $5.
Say it isn't so? You mean I'm going to lose my $1 laundry detergent?
Gone. Thing of the past.
That's horrible. It's the only thing that's kept me alive in the last 10 years of Dollar Tree. You know, in the Midwest, they have a different one. It's called the Dollar Store and More already.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that was, but you'd go in there and they would have like the items you would find in a dollar store, but then they would have T-shirts, shirts, you know, nylons for girls, that kind of stuff that were priced more. And it was still cool.
Maybe the two will merge.
Ooh. Housing market so hot, burned house going for almost $400,000.
Wow.
Huh. Home in Massachusetts seriously damaged by fire has been listed in the market with an asking price of $399,000. Listing for the home in Melrose, a suburb of Boston, is evidence of how hot the housing market is. In August, industry groups listed the median sale price of a single-family homes in the state to be between $535,000 and $552,000. How can you afford to buy a house and pay it off?
Ridiculous.
All right, online listing for the burned 3-bedroom, 1,857 square foot home starts with a call out to contractors and continues. House is in need of a complete renovation or potential teardown and rebuild. Buyer to do due diligence. House being sold as is. You think?
No warranty on that one, huh?
All right, maybe just a few impertinent things on the next story because it's a little long. COVID lockdown?
Yeah. Did the first pandemic lockdown turn into one giant reality show? Scientists in Austria say COVID quarantine allowed them to conduct a live social experiment revealing how men and women have behave very differently during a pandemic. Women make significantly longer phone calls. They evaluated mobile phone data from 1.2 million Austrians between February and June of last year to come up with that. That reveals people in general made much longer phone calls right after the lockdown began.
So it says women tend to make significantly longer phone calls and follow government measures closely than men. Men are less likely to accept restrictions to the movement due to the lockdown measures and tend to return to normal more quickly than women. We're antsy.
We are antsy.
And I disagree with the thing about my longer phone calls. I think he's listening on Facebook today. My buddy Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck, I'm sorry. You must be a woman.
Put the phone down.
Put the phone down. All right. Americans check their smartphones 96 times a day. That's crazy. That's too much.
It's probably correct.
New research shows U.S. Deep into the digital age with data showing Americans check their phones 96 times a day. That's once every 10 minutes. Wow, that's too much. It's a 20% increase from a similar survey researchers conducted 2 years ago, so we're getting worse. Roughly 50% of Americans are attempting to use their phones less. 18 to 24-year-olds check their phones twice as much as the national average, and the age group is aware of their heavy phone usage, but apparently doesn't care. All right. All right, looks like we're slowly approaching the top of the hour, getting ready for our odd news. You ready for that today?
Absolutely.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
I do have the world's most simplest multiple choice radio game for you.
Nice.
All right. So this is a series of multiple choices for you to make. Do that and you win. Just
Okay.
There's no correct answer. We just want to know which one you like the best out of three things. First, People Magazine, Curious George, 9-volt batteries.
9-volt batteries.
And why do you choose 9-volt batteries?
Because they make your tongue tingle when
I
you
knew
lick
that
them.
was going to be it. Yeah, People Magazine, it doesn't make your tongue tingle.
No.
In fact, you'll get a paper cut if you lick it.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Curious George, well, you're
I'm not that curious.
Yeah, I'm not curious about it at all. And even as a kid, I wasn't curious.
No.
I'm definitely not going to lick the monkey. All right. New England Patriots, Subway sandwiches, Rod Stewart.
Patriots.
And why did you choose the Patriots?
They're always in some kind of a controversy.
Okay.
With the NFL.
All right. And why not Rod Stewart?
I mean, Rod Stewart's Rod Stewart, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like a B singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And why not Subway sandwiches? Be careful.
Yeah.
Just staying away from bread?
Yes.
Okay, good answer.
It's the carbs.
All right. Topsoil, gravestones, AirPods.
Topsoil, gravestones, or AirPods? AirPods.
All right. Why would you choose AirPods?
Because they convey music.
Oh, all right. Why not gravestones? What's your problem with them?
They don't do anything.
Oh, heavy.
Yes.
Heavy. And what's your dislike of topsoil?
And they don't fit in your pocket.
What?
Gravestones.
Gravestones.
They don't fit in
Okay.
your pocket.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
You can't take them with you.
Right?
Unless they're the fake ones.
Right.
Kind of light.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And topsoil? Why didn't you like topsoil?
It's so dirty.
I don't know which one of us is the bigger idiot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's try this, though. One of us is, definitely.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing.
Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
And just to point it out, the last section that we just did, the last bit, it is Ask a Stupid Question Day. All right, be sure and ask a stupid question. In fact, let's go through the first section of Odd News and see if anybody posts a stupid question for us. We'll go back and look on Facebook, okay? It's a challenge.
Let's do it.
All right. News attack. First part's true, second part bad joke. Alan Milani kicks it off.
Research shows that this time of year we probably weigh as little right now as we will all year because we're in that valley between Labor Day cookouts and Halloween candy binges.
Oh, so that 2 pounds that I've lost this week coming back at me?
It's all coming back as that candy corn.
Oh, man. Study determined that the benefits of exercise begin to fade after 10 days. Huh? I'm so glad I give up all the time. Most people understand that to mean that they should maintain their daily workout schedule. I understand it to mean that only I have to exercise once every 9 days.
9 days.
All right. Then it won't fade.
Right. A guy in Florida caught a 6-foot gator in a rolling garbage bin, becoming a hero to his neighbors. That was a live audition for History Channel's Swamp People.
I got a gator in a can.
Is there really a show called Swamp People?
It sounds like there should be.
I bet you there probably is.
I bet it's on AMC.
Ranks right up there with Tiger King.
And those guys with all the beards. The hillbillies.
Wasn't that Duck Dynasty?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Swamp People, Duck Dynasty. Been there, seen it. AMC theaters will show a couple spooky movies each week leading up to Halloween because, well, there's no good movies out there. Just saying. You know, Hollywood needs to stop holding back. Things are not going to get better. But I know what they're screaming. They're used to their blockbuster movies making $53 million in the first weekend, and they're only making $7 million. But release those movies. That's what I'm saying. Come on. We still want to see them. That's right. You greedy people. Hate greedy people. All right, so let's see. You won't know until each film starts what you're seeing. It's going to be a secret. All right? They're just going to surprise them on you. But still, you can't. Wow, whoever wrote this can't write at all, and I can't read it. It'll be less scary than the concession stand prices, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Former prison inmate Lori Loughlin will return to acting this holiday season on the Hallmark Channel.
Say it isn't so.
Apparently, she's going to star in a sequel to The Christmas House called The Christmas Big House.
Yeah, it's a honey of an ankle bracelet you got there. Wow, say it isn't so. Why would they give her...
I don't know.
Because she's controversial and people will watch?
Probably.
Just like why her kid's on Dancing with the Stars with a different name?
Right. Or Fuller House.
All right. I don't know if you've heard this before. It makes me really, really angry. Former prison inmate Lori Loughlin returning to acting this holiday season on the, of course, Hallmark Channel. She'll star in a sequel to Christmas Connection called Christmas Connection Turns Snitch.
Okay. Survey finds most women on dating apps want the guys to have full-time jobs and be fully vaccinated of back hair. My bad. It says waxinated.
Waxinated.
I should have just rolled with it.
You should have. I like the first one better. Pfizer vaccine for kids. Isn't that a slogan? Pfizer vaccine for kids. Yes, this Christmas. All right, it will not be ready until November. So if you're thinking of giving it as a gift, you'll have to wait. Your kids are going to be so excited when you say, Merry Christmas. They're trying to figure out how to make the shot vial look like a rainbow.
Or a unicorn.
Unicorns.
Or
sparkles.
Unicorns.
All right.
So October begins tomorrow, and it's National Popcorn Month.
Okay.
And also probably Visit Your Dentist Month.
Is it just me, or is it happening to everybody, that you cannot eat popcorn without getting a hull stuck somewhere?
Oh, yeah, it gets stuck. It's not.
It makes me hate popcorn.
It's everybody.
Yeah, it's okay, because it makes me hate it.
Yes.
Hate it.
I love popcorn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Even with the hulls.
No. I don't like having to stick my finger down my throat to pick it off the back of my tongue. I hate that. All right, wacky but true. Entire story is true and usually comes with a movie sound effect. And I think you're up.
Okay. There's nothing like waking up to see Florida Man trending on the internet. And most of the time, you can usually count on a headline that reads a little something like this. Florida Man steals car, gets drunk, drives car into police station. But the latest Florida Man story to go viral is a positive one. As people gathered in the front yard of Orange County, Florida home, a man named Eugene Bozzi tipped a large wheeled garbage can on its side and attempted to capture a 6-foot gator with the can. Bozzi eventually gets the gator into the opening of the garbage can, gets the lid closed, and puts the can upright. After the capture, The Bozzie is seen rolling the garbage can across the street to a neighborhood pond to release the gator. The incident happened on Tuesday.
So, the Bozzie, that's his name?
The Bozzie.
The Bozzie.
Well, they called him the Bozzie, but...
Why?
I don't know. Sounds kind of cool, though.
Sorta.
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
Everyone from Florida is stupid. Everyone from Florida is dumb. I might not be the brightest guy, but next to them my IQ's high. If they had guitars, here's how they'd strum.
I could sum this story up another way.
Rugged, manly men in the full bloom of their manhood.
Stuffed a gator in a can.
Manly men.
All right, so we all have our opinion on instant ramen, or maybe not, but these views have their time and their place, and shouting them at kids on the street is not one of them. Hey, you kids, eat some ramen! That's why police in Japan have been alerted to an incident that occurred on Monday. They say an unknown man shouted to a child and children the following piece of advice. If you get into a relationship with someone, get into a relationship with someone who doesn't eat cup ramen.
How does that even make any sense?
I don't know. He must have been bitter about his wife.
Apparently.
That's all she ate.
Or that's all he can eat now.
Kids involved did the right thing and reported this strange encounter to the police, describing the man as in his 40s, overweight, and balding.
That could be anybody.
How's your hairline? Okay, just checking. He was.
I think it's all still there. I don't know.
Here's the best part. He was riding a bicycle and wearing a white shirt with navy slacks.
Poor guy.
Wow. That's just creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
And the fact that he was doing it to children.
Right.
I know who this guy is. I know who he is.
Is he a local?
Yeah.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. Chili, baby back ribs.
No more ramen.
None.
Okay.
In Mexico, 2 guys went into a bar with guns drawn and announced that it was a stick-up and everyone should get on the floor. Unfortunately for them, the place they had chosen was a hangout for off-duty police officers. The robbers gave up quickly.
Instant karma. Just add water and stupidity. And stir.
Turn you into a noodle.
All right. This last one. Some buddies went out and got absolutely obliterated drunk in their town of Kayaka, Turkey. Wow, that sounds like a fun place to live. Just as easy to say as Chihuahua.
Yep.
Apparently, one of the friends, a 50-year-old guy, wandered off into the woods. When he didn't return, his friends filed a missing persons report, and the search party began. Party, get it? Several locals gathered to hunt for the missing man, and after a long search, there was no sign of his whereabouts. Well, as it turns out, the guy ended up joining a random group of search party people and was looking for himself the whole time.
Fantastic.
This has happened to me before.
I seem to have left my soul somewhere.
Guy apparently made his way back to town after his drunken stupor and decided to join the search party, even though he had no idea who they were looking for. After a number of hours, they began to shout out his name, and finally it hit him. He said, "Who are you looking for?" "Well, here I am."
Yeah, here I am. I'm right here.
And the person next to him went,
I thought I saw a putty cat.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was missing.
Somebody else said this one.
You smell like urine. A lot?
A lot?
How long have you been out here?
A lot?
And then the other lady that found him said,
Who are you?
I'm no one to be trifled with. That is all you ever need know.
And then...
Well, if you learned anything today, it won't be the truth.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, all those stories were unfortunately true.
True.
All right. I'd like to leave my buddy Alan with this.
I will love you always. I will love you as my queen and as the wife of my best friend. And while you live, I will love no other.
Okay. All right.
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. All right, I am Scott Allen.
I'm Alan Milani.
Tonight on the radio, as we head out, we'll give you a little tease. Normally, Jeff Newman, Got Soul Show, he is on vacation. So in place of Jeff, I have captured the audio, thanks to help from Jared Arnold from The Independent, from the Candidates Forum last night, presented by the Chewelah Chamber of Commerce. All sorts of people here working together.
Nice.
All right, so I've got all the candidates. It's about an hour and 45 minutes long, and I will put that on at 6 o'clock tonight when Got Soul normally airs, just because Jeff's on vacation.
Nice.
So we'll kind of take advantage of that and put that in place of his show. We will have about an hour of some soul music for you after that. Then at 9 o'clock, last week it was gone. I did have somebody call and say, what happened to the psychedelic classic rock? It'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock. All happening right here on Northern Lights Public Radio, the music education station. We are KCHW 102.7. And Alan, will you please say goodbye?
Goodbye, Alan.
Okay.
Oh, is that what you want?
Yup.
Because that's how you get ants.